Welcome back to Theresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much in purgatory. I am an awful garbage filthy mouse, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Oh, hello my little weirdos. I feel like a kindergarten teacher. Oh, my little weirdos. Actually, you probably shouldn't call kids weird. Well, no, they're weirdos. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the new Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer Broad Spectrum SPF 20 Sunscreen. It's tongue twister. But let me tell you a little bit about the product first. Think no makeup in a bottle. This weightless, breathable tinted formula blends like moisturizer into a blurred, hydrated, naturally radiant, and non-sticky finish that lasts. With built-in sun protection plus vitamin E, it moves with your skin, wearing evenly in 24 flexible shades. In addition, this tinted moisturizer is non-comedogenic. So this baby retails for $29, and you get 1 fluid ounce of product. However, if you are interested, this is sold at Sephora. I believe it's also going to be sold at Ulta as well, or maybe this is only Sephora. Anyway, Sephora is currently having a sale depending on if you're a Rouge, Insider, or bloopity blop blop. You can get this either 10, 15, or 20% off. So if you are interested, definitely check it out during the sale. Let's talk about the packaging first. This is really, really cute. It's like an upscale condiment bottle of the future. I like that I not only can get mustard, but I can get my tinted moisturizer too. The bottle is aesthetically pleasing and honestly a nice departure from whatever that foundation bottle looked like. You know, the one that had that weird rumor that somehow the cap was for people who have mobility issues, but apparently it's not. Love how rumors start. I feel like in ways this brand's aesthetic is like M Cosmetics' younger sister. And I don't care what mom says, Becky, you're not coming with us. Marijuana is gonna be there. I'm in a fun mood today. I love it. Anyway, I have kind of like a love-hate. Actually, I don't want to say love-hate. Like, I want to love the brand, but then the brand just disappoints me. Like a teenager. When it comes to complexion products, okay, first of all, the foundation, no fam. That bitch tried to turn me into fucking stone. I have dry skin. Some say drier than a mummy's dick. And when I tell you that foundation had a chokehold on my skin, you would have thought, if you would see me in person, you're like, you're turning into a gargoyle. Love it, love that for you. It was terrible. Now the concealer, bitch is top notch. But the foundation scares the fucking shit out of me. Now the reason why I took a plunge on this product is because it has a radiant finish. And if it was anything like the concealer, bitch, it's gonna be an amazing product. Even if it's a spit of radiance, I will fucking take it because that's how much I want this product to work for me. Again, I wanna love them, but they are like my little sister and I want them to stop borrowing my clothes. Seriously, you're stretching them out. Anyway, I purchased this online and funny story, it has yet to show up. I literally purchased this the day that it came out. It's still not here, okay? It's not here. It's somewhere in the bowels of hell that is FedEx, okay? And the only reason why I purchased it online is because I believe at the time it was only available online. It wasn't gonna be in the stores. So, much to my chagrin, when I went to Sephora down in Disney Springs, there was a whole fucking display for it, which confused me because I was like, wait a second, this was supposed to be online only. Bullshit, Sephora lies to you. So listen, moral of my story, always call Sephora and just ask them if they have it. 9 out of 10 times they probably do have it. I don't know why, but they just want you to order online. No, fuck that. No. Now I know I've said in the past that Sephora has like the shade match thing and it's just it's so wrong. It often picks like the weirdest colors for me. And I don't know if it's like a dig at me because they know I look dead and they're like, we just want to liven you up, bitch. I don't know. But when I picked this shade out online, it said my match was 20N, which I think is meant really for someone who has like light medium skin. I look like my fucking background, which don't worry. Y'all, I've been getting a lot of comments. My background's coming, okay? It's just, you know, fucking shipping takes forever and I really wanted to pick and choose pieces and it's been a journey, but I promise you if it's gonna be what I think it's gonna be, it's gonna look cool. Or not. I don't know. Come along for the ride, okay? Anyway, point is, they wanted me to get a darker shade. So I wind up getting this other shade, which I think was like 12C, which is light with cool undertones. However, when I was in Sephora, I decided to look at 12C versus 16C. And 16C is a light peach with a cool undertone. So first and foremost, my left hand is drier than my right hand. This is like my eczema flare-up hand. So when I applied 12C on this hand with no primer or anything, that shit stuck to every dry patch under the sun. It scared me. I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucked up. But then when I put 16C on this hand, it was like a really, really, really good match. and it looked like my skin but better. Yes, you could see some of my freckles poking through, but overall it had really good coverage. This looked like I was dying. This, healthy. And again, no primer, straight on the back of my hand. This one just has more moisture than this creature. Down, boy, okay? Like, it's just... If you don't watch him, he will destroy cities, okay? That's how fucking scaly he is. All right, anyway. So based on that test, I knew very well that I'm gonna have to prep the shit out of my skin. Now, my primer of choice, and the one primer that I literally cannot shut the fuck up about, is from Ritual Defeat, and this is their Thorn Oil. If you are a dry beast, even if you're like a normal combo, which my best friend is, he swears by this stuff too, just saying, I think they just make miracle products, okay? I love it. And this is like, I wanna say my 3rd bottle at this point. It's worth every goddamn penny. And ever since discovering this particular primer, I find that even like matte or soft matte foundations have become much more breathable on my skin. And that's how much hydration I need for my skin to like make anything work pretty much. So when I first apply my primer, I usually like to let it sit for a few minutes, let it really soak in there, and then I apply my makeup afterwards. I find that it really helps with makeup application. So I first initially use this product with a brush, and you do get a nice amount of light coverage. I have a decent amount of redness in my skin, and with just one layer, yes, you do see some redness poking through, but it definitely evened out my skin tone. So when I applied another layer of product, I noticed that this product does a great job at building up without getting dry or cakey. That is sometimes the problem I have with foundations. If they are a buildable formula, sometimes if I get too close to the sun, I just look like fucking Mrs. Doubtfire, like, hello, like, nobody has time for that, all right? Literally that thickness and all, like it's terrible. So far, just based off of 2 layers, this is a significant departure from the fucking foundation that tried to encase me in stone. When applied, this product doesn't feel heavy at all. It feels incredibly lightweight. I did notice a minimal blurring around pores. Not as good as say like a blurring primer or a blurring powder, but it does do a nice job. Granted, I don't have exaggerated pores. My pores are on the smaller side, but I do notice blurring. Now I like to go over my foundation with a dampened sponge because it removes any brush marks. And then it also allows me to push the product into the skin, right? So instead of it sitting on top, it really just melts beautifully into the skin. And I'm happy to say that this product does melt into the skin. It doesn't sit on top, it doesn't cling to any of my dry patches, and most importantly, it looks seamless on my nose. As I've mentioned in the past, a source of my dryness comes from my nose, and I can immediately tell if I like something or not depending on how it looks on my nose. If my nose looks dry, there is no hope. This melted perfectly. It basically looked like my skin, but better. So as I've mentioned, I do have redness in my skin, and I wanted a little bit more to cover up. Like, I feel like it has really nice light coverage, maybe light medium coverage, but some days are a little bit worse than others, right? And I have some redness poking through, and I just kind of want to neutralize it a little bit more. So instead of building up the product, I found it's best to kind of just layer it with a hydrating concealer. And I think the combination of the two is perfect. It allows me to build up some coverage to reduce redness, all while maintaining a beautiful radiant finish. Now, after applying cream products, I always use a light amount of powder just to make sure things kind of like set into place. So most specifically, I have to definitely powder my under eyes, otherwise they do crease a little bit. But I like putting like just a small amount of powder so I just don't have any fear of transferring. At the end of the day, I'm always gonna have some sort of transfer on my nose because I wear glasses. So maybe like 1 or 2 foundations that have done like a really decent job at not transferring, but for the most part, I'm always gonna have like little holes there. That's fine. As long as I can pat them out with a finger, I'm okay with that. But with the rest of my face, I just wanna make sure things stay into place. But before adding the powder, I have to say that the dry down was really nice. It's not sticky whatsoever. And I didn't feel like it did too much transferring. I also want to mention too that I didn't experience any sort of oxidation as well. And it didn't settle into any of my fine lines, especially my pseudo and stress lines that have been prominent as of late. So I've worn this product for more than 9 hours and I fucking love it. It's so goddamn good. I loved how my skin looked and felt. I usually can tell I'm gonna love something if I don't feel like taking my makeup off at the end of the day. It feels like I have nothing on, but I also look like I have great coverage still. Like, I just look so good. I'm like, I don't wanna see my red face. I wanna see this face. The only thing I will say in terms of like how it wears down, I think it breaks down beautifully, right? Like, you still have a decent amount of coverage. The only places I lost coverage was a little bit around my chin, which makes sense because, you know, I've been eating out of a trough all day. And then of course my nose, because allergies are fucking killing me here. So just wiping my nose, I lost a little bit of coverage. But beyond that, everything stayed into place. I'm just really impressed because even with the small amounts of coverage, like it still looked really nice. And I think it's because the coverage is so light, it's more forgivable to see some areas a little bit more like broken down. Unlike some foundation where it looks like shit's missing, that's not the case here. It just kind of breaks down so beautifully and just so naturally. And I love that I still maintain radiance without being an oily mess. Sometimes with radiant foundations, even though I'm incredibly dry, sometimes I'll have like pools of oil in certain places. That wasn't the case with this product. And I think most importantly, this motherfucker didn't break me out. I have super sensitive skin, so I always like to point that out when something does break me out. This hasn't. Ever since picking this up, this has been a goddamn staple. And I love this product so much, I don't think there's anything that I would or could change about it. And I'm so relieved that it's nothing like the foundation. Thank God. Thank God, seriously. I see this being, I need to put on something, otherwise I'm gonna look like a bag of teeth and confuse people as I walk through Publix. Perhaps the only thing I would do differently, and this is for the days where my redness is just constant, maybe adding like a color corrector to neutralize. And my favorite color corrector is actually from Arborian, and this is the CC Color Correct. This is fucking great. If you have redness in your skin, this is a fucking game changer. And I actually have used both of these products together. Fucking amazing. So yeah, I think this is a fantastic product, and this is one of the best things I would say to pick up during the Sephora sale, especially if you're in the mood for something that has a lighter coverage but maintains beautiful radiance without turning you into a puddle of goo. Now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below how you feel about this tinted moisturizer, if you like it, if you hate it, if you want to pick it up, or if you're going to completely skip out. Let me know down below because I love hearing from y'all. I really do. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button. It's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron bubbies. Thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really nasty, really disgusting, but radiant pile of goo garbage boat afloat. Couldn't do without you. I love your adorable little delicious faces. Thank you for making me a better person by just loving me unconditionally. If you want to know what is currently on my face, along with where to get this product, as well as if you're interested in partaking in more items from the Sephora sale, my recommendation video and all that bloopity blop blop, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.